So here we can see a few more details about planes and definitions of planes. So when we start Design Modeler, we'll by default have three planes appear in the top left corner of the GUI, which will be at the top of the design tree. And they will be the X, Y, ZX and XY planes, upon which we can directly create sketches. But we're not limited to those three planes. We can create additional new planes, and they can be created based on existing planes, or they can be created based on the geometry. So on the right hand side in the details view for a particular plane, you can see all the different methods by which we can create a plane. And just as we described in the details view slide, we can go in and edit any of these details if we want to create a plane, or edit it from an existing plane to a face or point and edge, one of those particular options. We can also get access to creating planes in the main user interface. Here we see part of the toolbar and the top of the window, and there's an option here with this small plane button here. We can just click on that, and that will create a new plane and give us some options in the details view to determine how the plane is going to be created, and we can see all of the types of options available in order to define that plane. And we can apply multiple of these options, for example an offset and a rotation, in order to define the new plane relative to the base plane. There are some examples of this in the following slides. So here's a new plane creation where we've created a plane from a plane. So we set the type to from plane when we create the new plane, and select the base plane, which is the reference plane. In this case it is the ZX plane, which is the default plane. So we can see here we selected we have created plane 1, and the details of plane 1 are a transform of offset X and rotate about X. So we have two transforms which have been defined. So here is the first transform, which is the offset. This is the new plane based on the old plane, and here then we can see a rotation as well around 90 degrees. So you can see that the arrow, the vector direction for the local coordinate system, or the plane here, has rotated also by 90 degrees as well. And we can do as many transforms as we need to in order to define that new plane. Here's another example of plane creation from a face. So we can set the type from face instead of from plane, as we did in the previous example, and select the base face. And this is the face that's going to be used as a base to create the new plane. We can then generate the plane and create sketches. Of course, we have to click on generate to generate the plane first, and then we're able to create the sketches once that becomes the active plane for sketching. And that can be completed in one direct step by selecting the face and then selecting the plane from that base face.